Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker, heavier, or more painful with each passing day? Do simple movements like standing, walking, or climbing stairs seem harder than they used to? If so, it's not just aging. It could be your diet silently draining your strength. What you eat every day plays a much bigger role in your leg health than most people realize. In fact, the foods you believe are harmless, or even healthy, might be contributing to the stiffness, swelling, and fatigue you're feeling in your lower body. From common sweets to everyday breads, certain items can fuel inflammation, reduce blood flow, and accelerate muscle loss, especially after the age of 60. Let's start with one of the most underestimated culprits: sugary desserts. Desserts are often linked to comfort and joy. A slice of cake, a few cookies after dinner, what harm could that do? Unfortunately, quite a lot. After 60, consuming refined sugars regularly becomes more than just a small indulgence. It turns into a direct attack on your joints and muscles. Sugar triggers widespread inflammation in your body, especially in your muscles and joints. This means your legs, already working harder to support your body, start to feel achy, swollen, and sluggish. The inflammation also increases your body's production of harmful molecules that break down muscle tissue and stiffen your joints. But the damage doesn't stop there. High sugar intake leads to insulin resistance over time. That means your muscles stop receiving the energy they need to function properly. Imagine trying to walk or climb stairs when your muscles are running on empty. That's exactly what's happening inside your body when blood sugar is unstable. And here's another alarming fact. Sugar also contributes heavily to weight gain, which adds more stress to your legs. Every extra pound you carry increases the load on your lower body, particularly the knees, ankles, and hips. This accelerates wear and tear, making everyday activities more painful and exhausting. In addition, sugary foods are usually nutrient poor. They lack key vitamins and minerals like magnesium, protein, and calcium, nutrients your body needs to preserve muscle mass, repair tissues, and keep your legs firm and mobile. Eating desserts regularly may fill you up, but it doesn't nourish your muscles or support long-term leg strength. To make matters worse, most commercial sweets are packed with artificial additives, colors, preservatives, and stabilizers that further disrupt your body's natural balance. These substances can trigger more inflammation and interfere with how your muscles and joints function. The good news? You don't have to give up dessert entirely. Simply make wiser choices. Replace sugary treats with antioxidant-rich fruits, natural yogurt with honey, or homemade baked goods made with healthier ingredients like oats and almond flour. Your taste buds won't suffer, but your legs will feel the difference. Let's continue our journey through the everyday foods that may be silently robbing your legs of strength and mobility, especially after age 60. One of the most damaging categories is fried foods. Think French fries, fried chicken, donuts, and even battered fish. These foods might taste satisfying in the moment, but what they do inside your body is far less enjoyable. Fried foods are typically high in trans fats and saturated fats, two substances that increase inflammation across your entire system. That inflammation doesn't just affect your heart or waistline, it goes straight to your joints and muscles. Your legs are particularly vulnerable, bearing the weight of your body and relying on strong muscles and flexible joints to keep you moving. When inflammation takes hold in your lower body, the result is often stiffness, aching knees, swollen calves, and sore feet. You may feel like your legs are dragging behind you or growing weaker with each step. This isn't just aging, it's inflammation caused by food choices. And there's more. Fried foods impair blood circulation, especially in older adults. Poor circulation reduces the flow of oxygen and nutrients to your leg muscles. Without those essentials, your muscles can't perform well or recover after exertion. That's why walking up a flight of stairs can feel like climbing a mountain after a fried food-heavy meal. Next up, white bread. A staple in many kitchens but far from harmless. White bread is made from refined flour that has been stripped of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It digests rapidly, causing blood sugar spikes followed by crashes that drain your energy and leave your muscles tired and unresponsive. You might feel fine for an hour, then sluggish and shaky as your body scrambles to regulate glucose levels. When consumed regularly, white bread increases insulin resistance, which prevents your muscles from absorbing glucose efficiently. That's like giving your muscles a locked refrigerator. They know the energy is there, but they can't access it. The result? Weaker, less stable legs that tire easily. White bread also fails to provide adequate protein, a crucial building block for maintaining lean muscle mass. As you age, protein becomes even more important to prevent sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle. Unfortunately, white bread contributes empty calories without helping preserve strength. So, what's the alternative? Switch to whole grain breads made from oats, rye, flaxseed, or quinoa. These breads digest more slowly, stabilize blood sugar, and provide fiber and nutrients your muscles can actually use. Pair them with healthy fats like avocado, or protein-rich foods like eggs or nut butter to create a more complete and energizing meal. Let's begin with something that's often associated with celebration or relaxation: alcoholic beverages. While an occasional glass of wine may not seem like a big deal, regular alcohol consumption becomes more harmful with age, particularly to your muscles and joints. Why? First, alcohol impairs nutrient absorption, especially vital minerals like magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D. These are absolutely essential for strong bones, healthy muscle contractions, and pain-free joints. Without enough of them, your muscles lose strength and your bones become brittle. Second, alcohol is a diuretic, which means it dehydrates your body. Dehydrated muscles are tight, cramp easily, and recover slowly after any form of exertion. You might have noticed this yourself, feeling unusually stiff, sore, or tired the morning after drinking. Alcohol also promotes weight gain, especially around the midsection. Every additional pound adds extra stress to your legs, your hips, knees, calves, and feet. This increased burden accelerates joint wear and contributes to a slow but steady loss of mobility. Next, let's look at processed meats like sausages, bacon, hot dogs, ham, and deli meats. These foods are convenient, yes, but they're packed with preservatives, sodium, and saturated fats, a recipe for chronic inflammation. Processed meats have been directly linked to inflammatory diseases, including arthritis. The more inflammation in your legs, the more discomfort you feel, and the harder it becomes to maintain strength or flexibility. Sodium causes fluid retention, which leads to swelling in the ankles and feet. That tight, bloated sensation in your lower legs after a salty meal isn't your imagination, it's your body waving a red flag. Plus, processed meats contain few quality proteins. Without sufficient amino acids, your body struggles to repair and maintain muscle tissue, and over time, this can lead to sarcopenia or age-related muscle loss. Third on today's list is one you may think of as a harmless quick meal: instant noodles. These are especially dangerous for aging bodies. Packed with refined carbs, artificial flavorings, and excess sodium, they offer almost no real nutrition. One packet of instant noodles can deliver over half your daily sodium limit, putting your blood pressure and circulation at risk. This hinders nutrient delivery to your leg muscles, leaving them undernourished and slow to recover. What's worse, the additives in flavor packets, like monosodium glutamate (MSG) and preservatives, can disrupt energy metabolism and trigger inflammation, contributing to fatigue, stiffness, and discomfort in your legs. Here's the good news. Avoiding these foods doesn't mean giving up flavor or convenience. Replacing alcohol with herbal teas, processed meats with grilled chicken or legumes, and instant noodles with whole grains or vegetable soups can dramatically improve your mobility and comfort, starting in just a few weeks. Now let's look at something equally familiar: industrially made cakes. Yes, those packaged cakes, snack cakes, and boxed pastries might be convenient and nostalgic, but they come with a heavy cost. They are full of refined sugars, trans fats, and preservatives, a combination that promotes systemic inflammation, damages blood vessels, and disrupts your metabolism. Trans fats, used to extend shelf life and enhance flavor, are among the worst offenders. They raise LDL, bad cholesterol, lower HDL, good cholesterol, and impair circulation. Poor blood flow to the legs means less oxygen and nutrients for your muscles and joints. Plus, these cakes lack the proteins, magnesium, and healthy fats your body needs to maintain strength. That means every bite may contribute to increasing discomfort, reduced endurance, and slower recovery after physical activity. And finally, let's not overlook ultra-processed cheeses like spreadable cheese, cheese slices, and shelf-stable cheese products. These highly processed items are loaded with sodium, saturated fat, and chemical additives that disrupt your body's mineral balance, particularly calcium and magnesium, which are essential for muscle contraction, bone health, and joint support. The result? You may experience cramps, stiffness, bloating, and progressive muscle weakness, especially in your legs. Even worse, these cheeses often lack the high-quality protein found in natural cheese, meaning your muscles are being shortchanged. Instead, opt for fresher, minimally processed options like cottage cheese, ricotta, or farmer's cheese. These alternatives support your muscles, not sabotage them. Aging doesn't have to mean losing your strength, but avoiding these deceptive foods is a powerful first step toward reclaiming control over your mobility and independence. As we age, convenience foods can become hidden contributors to muscle fatigue, joint pain, and reduced leg strength. If you often reach for canned goods, processed snacks, or instant meals, it's time to examine how these choices might be affecting your lower body health. Let's start with canned foods. While they seem like practical staples, many are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and additives, like sodium benzoate and nitrates. These prevent spoilage, but promote chronic inflammation, especially in muscles and joints. High sodium intake causes fluid retention, leading to swollen, heavy legs. This pressure impairs circulation and limits the oxygen and nutrients your muscles receive. That's why salty canned foods can leave you feeling bloated, stiff, or achy. Some canned items also come in aluminum-lined containers, which may contribute to toxic metal buildup over time, affecting the nervous system and muscular coordination with regular consumption. Next up, processed cookies and snack packs. Filled cookies, pastries, and snack cakes may offer a quick boost, but they're packed with trans fats, sugars, and artificial flavorings that fuel systemic inflammation, undermining both joint health and muscle strength. Trans fats block arteries, reducing blood flow to the legs. This leads to numbness, tingling, or a heavy sensation when walking. Meanwhile, sugar spikes cause energy crashes, weakening leg muscles over time. And since these foods lack protein and fiber, they don't support muscle recovery. They fill you up without feeding your body what it truly needs. Finally, consider a common ingredient in many processed foods: monosodium glutamate, MSG. Found in instant noodles, frozen entrees, and seasoning packets, MSG enhances flavor but can lead to muscle fatigue, nerve sensitivity, and leg stiffness, especially in older adults. MSG overstimulates neurons and disrupts muscle signaling, raising the risk of cramps, tremors, and weakness. Combined with sodium, it worsens dehydration and energy issues, making legs feel tired after even minor activity. The good news? Awareness is the first step. By cutting back on these processed foods and choosing fresh, whole ingredients, you can improve circulation, ease inflammation, and support lasting leg strength well into your later years. It's common advice. Take your vitamins daily and you'll feel stronger. But what if I told you that two of the most praised vitamins, A and D, can actually harm your legs when taken in excess, especially after age 60? It's time to separate fact from fiction, because what you don't know could be making your legs weaker, stiffer, and more vulnerable than you realize. Let's start with vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for vision, skin, and immune health. But here's the danger. This fat-soluble vitamin doesn't leave the body easily. When taken in high doses, especially through supplements, it accumulates in your liver, potentially reaching toxic levels. One of the first warning signs? Muscle and joint pain, particularly in the legs and lower back. Many people mistake this for normal aging, but it's actually the body struggling with hypervitaminosis A, vitamin A overload. Excess vitamin A causes inflammation in muscle tissue, which leads to discomfort, stiffness, and loss of strength. It also competes with minerals like calcium and magnesium, two critical components for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without proper absorption of these minerals, your leg muscles are more prone to cramping, spasms, and fatigue, making even walking or standing up feel like a challenge. Too much vitamin A also affects your bones. It interferes with bone density, especially in the hips and legs, which raises your risk for fractures and falls, something no one wants to face later in life. Where does this excess come from? Often from supplements and fortified foods, not natural sources. Liver, egg yolks, and dairy do contain vitamin A, but it's typically when people take high-dose supplements or multivitamins without medical guidance that problems occur. Now let's talk about vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. Yes, vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption, bone strength, and immune support. But the recent surge in popularity has led many older adults to overdose without realizing it. Like vitamin A, D is also fat-soluble and accumulates in the body when taken in excess. When too much vitamin D is present, calcium levels in the blood spike, a condition called hypercalcemia. This can lead to muscle weakness, leg stiffness, burning sensations, and even loss of coordination. Why? Because the nerves and muscles become overstimulated, making basic movements feel clumsy and exhausting. Worse, excess calcium can deposit in soft tissues, including muscles and tendons, causing calcification. This reduces flexibility in your knees, calves, and thighs. What should help you move more freely instead begins locking your legs down. Additionally, high doses of vitamin D can impair kidney function, a critical system for regulating minerals and eliminating toxins. Weak kidneys lead to fluid retention, edema, and muscle fatigue, especially in the lower limbs. So, what's the solution? Only take vitamins A and D if your doctor has confirmed a deficiency through blood tests. Use natural food sources when possible. A balanced diet often gives you all you need without the risk of excess. When it comes to your legs, more is not always better. Protect your mobility by keeping your vitamin intake smart, safe, and supervised. By now, you've likely realized something powerful. The strength and stability of your legs aren't just shaped by exercise or aging. They're profoundly influenced by the choices you make at the table and the supplements you take. What you eat, what you avoid, and even how much of a good vitamin you consume can quietly build or break the foundation of your mobility. Let's recap the key takeaways from this vital health wisdom video. We began with some of the most common foods that may be silently damaging your legs. From sugary desserts and fried foods to white bread and processed meats, these everyday items, though tempting, promote inflammation, circulation problems, and nutrient deficiencies that weaken your lower body over time. We discussed the heavy impact of alcohol, instant noodles, and canned goods, which not only disrupt hydration and mineral balance, but also interfere with your muscles' ability to repair, contract, and maintain strength. The more frequently you consume them, the more sluggish and unstable your legs may feel. Then we exposed the hidden dangers of ultra-processed snacks, cookies, ice cream, processed cheeses, and how they trigger inflammation, restrict blood flow, and accelerate muscle loss, particularly in the legs, hips, and thighs. Perhaps most surprising of all were the revelations about monosodium glutamate, or MSG, in two common vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin D. Often hailed as beneficial, these nutrients can become harmful in excess. Vitamin A, when oversupplemented, inflames muscle tissue and impairs mineral absorption. Vitamin D, in high doses, raises calcium levels dangerously, leading to stiffness, cramps, and even kidney damage that directly affects your lower limbs. But this isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. You now have the knowledge to make changes. And the best part, these changes are practical and realistic. You can swap harmful foods for nutrient-rich, anti-inflammatory options. You can cut back on processed items and instead choose whole, natural ingredients. You can make smarter supplement decisions with the help of a doctor, not just marketing claims. Your legs carry you through life. They give you access to freedom, independence, and dignity. And the decline that many assume is inevitable with age, it can often be slowed, reduced, or even reversed, simply by reclaiming control of your daily habits. So ask yourself, are your meals lifting you up or weighing you down? Are your supplements helping or silently hurting your strength? Start small. Replace one processed snack with a handful of nuts. Swap a sugary dessert for fruit with cinnamon. Review your vitamin routine with a healthcare provider. These aren't massive shifts. They're manageable adjustments that add up to significant protection for your legs and overall mobility. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to Golden Health. Share this content with a friend or loved one. It could change their life too. Leave a comment below and tell us, what's one habit you're ready to change today to protect your legs and live with more strength tomorrow? Until next time, remember, your health is your freedom. Let's protect it together.